Yo, welcome back to episode 31 of the Off the Top Rope podcast.
Shout out Reggie Miller, man.
Yeah, shout out Reggie Miller. What a crazy number. Klay Thompson too, I guess. Episode 31 of the Off the Top Rope podcast. As always, I am one half of the greatest tag team in the world, Chris, known as Southside Woodall on Twitter. My tag team partner, of course.
What up, though? It's your boy Barry. Episode 31, we are back. CM Punk coming for you, nigga.
Hey man, we have a lot to discuss. We are coming off the heels of Elimination Chamber. WrestleMania season is in full effect. Niggas is on Twitter crying, and that includes fans of Drew McIntyre, Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, etc. And we are going to talk about all of that. First and foremost, though, well wishes to Bronson Reed. We attended Monday Night Raw last week when it was in Atlanta. There was an Elimination Chamber qualifier, which we later found out Bronson Reed was scheduled to win. They had to pivot, change plans, and unfortunately Bronson Reed tore his bicep on a pin breakup. So well wishes to him. Definitely unfortunate because this is the second year in a row he's going to miss WrestleMania, and it seemed like each time there was something like big in the works for him. So definitely well wishes to him. Lash Legend and Nia Jax. I ain't too keen about Nia Jax right now, to be honest. It's more than that Twitter shit. But again, we're gonna get into that.
Thought she was one of us, man.
I didn't. Lash Legend, congratulations. You were the star that it's like I always say, if having stocks in wrestling was a thing and wrestlers was a thing, like I'd be rich as fuck. So congratulations, Lash Legend. I do see in here you typed, has SmackDown been saved? We are 2.5 months into the year because March hasn't fully completed yet. I can firmly say SmackDown has been saved, in my opinion. I think it's a great show.
The niggas.
Yeah, because that's really who saved people of color. And as we have been saying for the past year or so, like the future of this company is African American and Braun Breaker. So yes, I do firmly believe SmackDown has been saved. Now we can talk about this whole Mean Girl Twitter war thing. So before I guess we're kind of jumping the gun because we're gonna get into Elimination Chamber review it a little bit.
Quick disclaimer, like you said, we were there at Raw week before last on the hard camp side. So let me just tell you, man, you keep crying, your tweets don't mean nothing, man.
Don't mean shit. Not a bitch ass thing.
When you're there in public, hashtag Eden.
Yep.
10 out of 10, man. 10
Every time.
10 out of 10, man.
Hey, ain't gonna lie, that running back. Dude, I think this is the first time I've been there since he started doing that running back shit. I think my arms was hurting.
Hey.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, stop, bro.
I was entertained.
Yeah, that shit was fun.
Then, like you said, man, we saw the Bronson Reed thing. Kind of crazy to see in real life because it was like,
yeah, like
did we just see the X get thrown up?
Yeah, like it was like a real like hush thrown over the arena. And I don't know if that's what threw the show out of whack that night because honestly, that is the worst Monday Night Raw I've been to. And I've been to the Muppets Monday Night Raw in like 2011. That shit was beast. But that shit that they put on for us last Monday, save for what we saw from Javon and the
AJ.
Yeah, and the AJ tribute. You didn't miss much. Like
yeah, you might have been right. I went to the Raw, I think, when Kurt Angle was with the Shield.
Yeah, like that is. I've been to many Monday Night Raws. I've been to some Friday Night SmackDowns. Like that's probably the worst. Let me say this. I just remembered I attended the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania 39. It's up there with that Monday Night Raw. Because that shit was awful. I couldn't believe they did that shit that night. But anyway, yeah, man. All in all, while it is always a fun experience to go, that is not at all the best show that they could have put on. And I saw somebody tweet after the show, yeah, don't ever come to Atlanta again. Stop.
Please.
Evolution was here.
I forgot all about
Saturday night's main event was here. And the crowd was fucking incredible. You know why? Because they put their best foot forward and put on a good show. Do not ever try to disrespect Atlanta when it comes to like a wrestling crowd. We are a wrestling city, bro. When they put on a good show, you hear it. And you can go back to every show they've put on in Atlanta, save for last week, and go look at it. I promise you.
Completely different. On top of that, like you hear like what was it, Kansas City a couple weeks ago? Bad, just a bad it was the show. The show was good.
Yeah,
the crowd was just dead. This crowd was really hyped. Like
like this wasn't a good show.
It just wasn't a good show. Which
like don't give us a bad show to say, oh yeah, they're not reacting. Don't ever come to like no. There were like 3 total good things that happened on the show that night. AJ Styles getting inducted to the Hall of Fame, Javon Evans, and then the triple threat which involved EO Scott. But everything else was like things that didn't happen on TV.
Which is kind of sucks because you kind of low key hate going to like go home shows.
Yeah,
because
like
it's mainly for like the mid card getting their shit off and then like.
Funny enough, I don't know if did you go last year? There was a go home before the Rumble, and that's when it was like CM Punk and Cody Rhodes face to face in the ring.
I think we did go.
This was like, did we go together, or did we just both go?
Yeah, when we both went.
Okay, so that one was really good. I remember, like that's what I'm saying. Like you have to put on a quality show. Yeah. Don't expect us to cheer. This is my thing. People will tell you all the time they're like, oh yeah, WWE fans cheer for anything. They like this slop, blah blah blah. But when a crowd doesn't react and like tells you the show you're putting on sucks, like now it's don't bring these things back to Atlanta no more. Like no, stop. Like it wasn't a good show. They could have done better with what they brought to us. And my thing is, I'm starting to hate this whether I'm there or whether like I'm watching through TV, where I find out a wrestler decides, or I don't know how the schedule's decided, or like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this next week. Like okay, bro. Like yeah, Roman Reigns is gonna be here after the Royal Rumble. Like all right, bro, fuck you. Like what? So yeah, just like shit like that. But yeah, don't blame us for a terrible show. Now, like I said, we're gonna jump the gun a little bit because we kind of have to talk about the whole Mean Girl Twitter war thing. And while we're on the subject of like Twitter and stuff, we're also gonna talk about the state of the Undisputed Championship. First and foremost, with this Twitter stuff, the back and forth with Rhea Ripley and Jade, and then Chelsea Green somehow seeming to need to insert herself. For what reason, I do not know. I will first off start by saying this. I'm not playing the victim card. I'm not playing the race card. None of that. But this shit that's going on with Jade is very strange to me. Again, I'm not playing the race card. I don't think Rhea Ripley is some type of racist. I don't think Chelsea Green is some type of racist.
Yeah, that's like I haven't caught the Rhea racist thing.
So the thing is, again, it's difficult because non-people of color don't understand, you know what I'm saying, when it comes how you're supposed to approach certain things when it comes to a person of color. Here's my thing. And I told somebody this as well. I said, if Jade is wrong, that's cool. That can be talked about. That can be discussed. Where this shit got all out of hand to me is what why do I give a fuck what Chelsea Green thinks about the situation? Why do I? And people are like, how is her complimenting Rhea Ripley considered it? Like, stop, bro. And I try. You know what's funny? I try to stay away from Diva Stan IWC because they are unhinged over there. Like, if you go see some of them comments, them niggas will tell you Nikki Bella should be a world champion right now. That's how unhinged they are. But one thing I noticed that they brought up was Chelsea Green has a pattern of doing this when Jade Cargill is involved. If you remember last year, when Jade was out, she made like posted some vignette or whatever. Just, something, I see wolves all around me. And Chelsea was like, imagine calling your coworkers wolves when you... I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And my thing is, like, we want women's wrestling to be on the same level as the men's. Correct?
Yeah.
If I go watch, let's just hypothetically say I go watch a Cody Rhodes interview or even a Roman Reigns interview, whatever. The way they describe the men's locker room or the struggle at the top is like that of like wolves, competition, all that. So like you being referred to as a wolf, quote unquote, shouldn't be a big fucking deal. But that's last year. But my problem, this is just an example I'm telling you that they said she has a tendency to insert herself into Jade Cargill's business. Then I saw a video today where they asked her to describe like different women's wrestlers with one word. I think she described somebody as GOAT. Forgot what she described Rhea Ripley as, very positive. Jade Cargill, bitch, instantly. I'm like you don't see why people think that's weird. And it's just like, I don't know, bro. And I want to say this, like, so far, none of this is going to make me stop being a fan of Rhea Ripley. Chelsea Green, I am looking at sideways. But my thing is, like, I don't think that somebody saying you talk to creative is enough to get you bent out of shape for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm, yeah. For you to go on your Instagram and be like, I'm not having fun. Like, stop, bro. You want to be the top dog, this is what it come with. And if you want women's wrestling to be seen on an equal playing field to the men, things like this happen. I watch Cody Rhodes and CM Punk, etc. All of these people talk about what the men's locker room is on a daily basis. It's not necessarily the locker room, but again, the power struggle within like those that, let's say, 1 to 5 wrestlers in the main event scene. Mm-hmm. They don't want to come up off them spots. That's just what it is. That's how they talk about it. Everything not buddy. If women's wrestling is supposed to be seen as on par or better than the men's, which in WWE, I very well believe that if it's not on the same level, I do think it. No, if it's not better, I do think it's on the same level at this point. That is how much I believe in the women's talent. But like, bro, like this victim shit we doing, it gotta stop, bro. You want to be the top dog, and what's getting you bent out of shape is the fact that somebody said you talk to creative for hours. Nigga, you probably do. All of y'all probably do. That is your job.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing, bro?
And if it's like we said it before, if anybody's safe, it's gonna be Rhea, Io, and Bianca. Like, they probably got so much motion and pull back there that it's just
like, bro, you talk to creative, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, bro. That is y'all job. Yeah. Y'all have to talk to creative to figure out what the fuck you're gonna do.
Yeah.
So like that felt like very, I don't know, man. It felt very victim coded. And again, because there's a black woman involved, I don't necessarily like it. And I'm going to say this. Bianca at home nursing the finger. Naomi at home pregnant or could have had the child. I'm not sure. Nobody was popping shit at Jade like this when she was hanging around them backstage. I don't know if they feel comfortable because they at home, but I don't like that, bro. I don't like how everybody decides to like gang up. And then again, I try to stay away from like IWC women's Twitter or Divas Twitter. But like, when you really look at it, these are kind of the usual suspects. I don't know if you recall the Nia Jax thing from last year. Her and Charlotte were said to be friends or whatever. But like at the WrestleMania roast, and I know it's a roast, but they're saying she was saying some like despicable shit.
Oh yeah, I think I caught a clip or two of that because that got leaked out.
I've already explained Chelsea Green's place in this. Piper Niven also obviously jumped in like on behalf of Chelsea Green, which is still like I still just think it's like, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, man. And we talked about this the other day. Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte had a segment on SmackDown last year where Tiffany Stratton was popping shit at Charlotte about her divorces, which was very nasty. And that, in hindsight, like I know last year I was like, oh, this beast, but like in hindsight, it's very nasty when
especially
like,
if it was unplanned.
Yeah, and you think of the context in which like some of these divorces happened, it was very nasty. And I didn't see nobody in the women's locker room coming to Charlotte aid and getting on Twitter and saying like, hey, like that's not, you know what I'm saying? We don't do that. We saw it on Unreal, and I don't know if it went further than that. I don't know if somebody sat Tiffany down after that wasn't in creative. Or like somebody that was part of the locker room and said something. No, like, so why is it when Jade puffed her chest up a little bit at Rhea Ripley, like everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got a little more bass in their voice, but like Charlotte is considered in kayfabe. Charlotte is considered the GOAT of the women's locker room. I ain't see nobody popping it for her, but we popping it at Jade Cargill.
It's probably hate. Like Jade came out of nowhere in a AEW scene. Hey. When this girl, her contract goes up, she's made for the Fed. And then if she ain't made for the Fed, she's made for Hollywood.
Yeah.
And then bring her over here, she didn't do no NXT work. She made like, 2 or 3 appearances. Her first TV appearance, she's face-to-face with Charlotte. Or she's face-to-face with somebody, I forgot.
Yeah.
But it's probably hate, jealousy, like we said. Piper Niven, Chelsea, been on the independent scene for years, trying to scratch their way and claw their way to the Fed. You know, they kind of stuck as mid-carders. Hate to say it, but they do a good job at playing their role. But it's probably just hate. Like
Maybe
even with like Bianca, like athletes, track athletes, we see with these we see like the new face of like WWE is NXT is like these athletes who can just put on a good. They just know how to work. Saw that with Kiana James. She's a gymnast. Tiffany, a gymnast. Kelani, a gymnast. Like they just, it's probably low key hate. Like, hey, we didn't grow up, you know what I'm saying, the underground, working independent scenes, wrestling in these bingo halls and putting on intergender matches and independent promotions, and all of a sudden here come these newcomers who just want to check and want to get their little easy crosswalk to Hall of Fame to Hollywood and take up all the spotlight and all the press, and it's probably what it is. Even Rhea came up with the Mae Young Classic, had a couple character changes, new hairstyles and this and that. Probably just hate. Call it what it is. Like,
and I just want to say this. It kind of pains me to say this too, but that is the direction that, like, honestly, I think all sports, not just wrestling. Somebody brought up a good point that, like, Jay might just be the type of person that, like, comes to work and goes home, bro. And maybe that rubs some people the wrong way because that's not what wrestling is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody didn't choose wrestling as a backup plan. Some people had, like, a plan A and it was wrestling. That's all they knew. Jay used to be a basketball player. Like you said, Jade is made for Hollywood, etc. Like, I don't know. But maybe that rubs people the wrong way. But regardless, like, yeah, I'm looking at folks a little sideways, like, for popping it at Jade. But, like, you know, we had a similar situation last year. And nobody spoke up for Charlotte. That's strange to me. Yeah. And, again, on the topic of Twitter, we're, like I said, still jumping the gun because we still got to review Elimination Chamber. But the result of the Elimination Chamber was what it was. Drew McIntyre did get involved in the Elimination Chamber. Afterwards, as a result of that, Nick Aldis decided to put his foot down. Drew McIntyre is now defending the WWE Championship on Friday Night SmackDown this week. What I don't like is that people got on Twitter for 48 hours, 72, whatever. It's actually still people complaining today. So this has been a week-long thing at this point.
And it's going to get worse because the leaks supposedly came out today. So
yeah.
I don't know how true they are, but
yeah. But sometimes I hate to try to feel like I'm the smartest person in the room all the time and I know much more than everybody, but, like, we cannot be watching the same TV show if you don't understand why Drew McIntyre is in the situation he's in. I'm not talking about Drew McIntyre, I'm not talking about Drew Galloway. I'm talking about Drew McIntyre, the character. We are not watching the same TV show if you do not understand why Drew McIntyre has to defend his WWE title against Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes did not have a rematch written in the contract after he lost 3 stages of hell. Had no clear path back to Drew McIntyre. Royal Rumble, had to win the Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre interferes in that. In the attempt for a qualifier for the Elimination Chamber, Drew McIntyre interferes. Cody Rhodes still overcomes, wins. Elimination Chamber. Drew McIntyre interferes, and as a result, Randy Orton capitalizes, wins. Nick Aldis has repeatedly told Drew McIntyre for weeks on weeks on weeks, stop getting involved before I have to put my foot down. Stop getting involved. Stop getting involved. Stop getting involved. Stop getting involved. If you do not understand that, we are not watching the same programming, and I think you might need to tune out. Because it's no reason that somebody should have to repeatedly hold your hand to tell you the story. Your attention span cannot be that short. It can't. It is very evident why Cody has a WWE Championship match. But my thing is, now people are getting on Twitter lying about, like, it's partially lying, and it's also like, it's no way you niggas could have been around when, like, Stone Cold Steve Austin was around. It's no way you niggas could have been watching the same wrestling I watched when John Cena was, like, reigning over the WWE. Like, what is so hard about understanding the concept of a main eventer and a top guy, bro?
It's the internet. That's all it is.
It gotta be.
It's just the free will of the internet. Just like
it gotta be.
Just like last night, Pistons, one of the best teams in the league. Bro, we play 82 games. You're not going to go 82-0. I'm getting on Twitter. Oh my gosh, we suck. We're gonna lose in the first round.
Dude.
Yada yada yada. Like, bro.
Breathe.
Like, listen. Even if the NFL, nobody. It's rarely you go 15-1, 16-0. You're gonna lose.
Yep.
It's gonna be bad matchups, bad nights. You can't win them all. Go back to where we are now in WWE. Listen, they got me. Chris probably got me in 4K. We in the Atlanta show. Gunther goes backstage. Who pops on TV? Cody Rhodes. What do? I can't help it. You just can't help it, man. It's just the internet just made it so easy to just talk about stuff you don't know about. You just want to get your shit off. I don't know if it's the dopamine levels in your brain. You just want to express yourself no matter what. You just get your little high off, get your little fix, or tweeting what you want to tweet. But you can't. You just can't hide it, man. Like you want to see Cody go up against Apollo Crews? I mean, I just no offense.
Yeah, like, dog, I read a tweet before I got here where it was like, I don't know why they're treating Cody Rhodes like, you know what I'm saying, like Golden Boy. And what is the most, there was several egregious things that was said in that tweet, but I thought the most egregious thing that was said was like, they didn't even treat Prime Brock Lesnar like that. My nigga, have you seen the first year of Brock Lesnar's career? Like, what are we talking? Dude.
He beat up Matt and Jeff Hardy.
Beat up Matt and Jeff Hardy. Beat up RVD. Won King of the Ring. Beat The Rock at SummerSlam. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
He was damn near. Thank God Stone Cold is actually a human being. He was about to be Stone Cold clean.
Dog.
Like, no build up.
No build up, no nothing. In the first round of a King of the Ring tournament. That's why Steve Austin left the company, because this nigga was finna beat. It's not that he was going to get beat by Brock Lesnar. It's the fact that they said, yeah, we finna have a first round of this tournament. Go beat this nigga. Like, on free television, bro. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about, bro? And I think y'all do it because it's Cody Rhodes, bro. Because I promise you, if I go search somebody's Twitter and who's opposed to Cody Rhodes and go look up Roman Reigns, them niggas will tell you they can't wait for him to win the World Heavyweight title. Like, but it's been so long. Like, stop, bro. Fucking stop. That nigga made it at WrestleMania like 8 times, and I didn't hear a peep out of you niggas, bro. He main evented a meaningless match. I love the triple threat last year, but he main evented a meaningless match at WrestleMania. Him, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins main evented a meaningless match. There were no stakes, nothing.
No, like, really bragging rights.
Dog.
Except let's get Punk a main event. Like, that's
literally, bro. Literally, it was just.
It's just the
like,
bad,
yeah.
It's just the consequences of bad booking. Honestly, that's
it quite literally was just like, hey, bro, like, I don't go on anywhere other than first or last. And this WrestleMania, I'm going on last. Like, bro, y'all gotta stop, bro. WrestleMania, Roman Reigns has made it into every WrestleMania since WrestleMania 37.
Probably
37, because he sat out 36. It is about to be WrestleMania 42, and he is going to main event again.
I mean, he would have main evented 36.
Yeah, he would have main evented 36.
He went up for COVID.
Yeah, but God forbid Cody Rhodes do it a few times. Like, you niggas got to stop crying, and you niggas got to stop fucking lying. But that Brock Lesnar shit I seen was the most egregious. Brock Lesnar is the measuring stick for a rookie year as a wrestler. Everybody. I guarantee you go ask Obafemi right now what he want his rookie year at WWE to look like. I think he would want it to look like that. You go ask Javon Evans, I think he would want it to look like that. You go ask Trick Williams, I think he wanted to look like that. Stop all that fucking lying because Cody Rhodes is involved, bro. And again, nobody should have to hold y'all hand for you to understand the story that is being told in front of you, bro. That nigga told Drew McIntyre for weeks to stay in the back. He told that nigga at Elimination Chamber to go
home.
He told him to stay home.
He told him to stay home.
He told Drew McIntyre on to go home before Elimination Chamber. You need to come to my office because niggas want to smoke you because they think you did this shit to Jey Uso. And this nigga won't fucking listen. So that's where we are now, bro. Like, it cannot be that hard for y'all to understand kayfabe. But more so, like, it's niggas blocking me on Twitter because I'm telling them they being dense. Like, my nigga, watch the program. I don't know what to tell you. And again, you got OTC in your name. Like, if it was Roman Reigns, you wouldn't be crying about shit. But because it's Cody Rhodes, you niggas is crying tears, bro. You got to get over it. That Rock and Roman Reigns match didn't happen. Get over that shit, bro. Because that's really what this is about. Niggas got to stop that shit, bro. Like, for real. And this ain't even the last rant I'm going to have today. It's the sad part. Like, you niggas are sad as fuck, bro. It has to stop. Elimination Chamber. I would just say overall, I thought it was a very okay show. I think there was more they could have done. In particular with the men's chamber, which we're definitely going to break down because that shit was. But the women's chamber, I enjoyed it a lot.
Shout out Kiana.
I was about to say for the second event in the row, like Kiana James was like very prominently featured, looked strong. I don't know what the outcome is going to be in terms of her pairing with Julia because sadly, like, you know, you could argue that, I mean, I don't even know if you would argue, like, Julia's probably the better wrestler of the two, but, like, Kiana James' stock is going up. She's been good in, like, big moments so far.
In Royal Rumble, the triple threat with Charlotte and
the Chamber. Like, she has looked incredible. So, I don't know.
Hey, wasn't aware of your game. I apologize. Because I didn't see much of NXT. Then they mentioned she had a bad surgery, kept her out for a year.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, like I said, another one of them people they found, former collegiate athlete, gymnast, can just go out there and just work. Raquel looked great. It's just like I hate to keep using the word. It's just like bad booking on SmackDown because even with Jade, they could have did so much different stuff with Jade. She could have faced Michin like one or two times in like a 10-minute squash match. I'm sure they could have made like a 5 or 6 minute squash match to just give her some matches to put under her belt because, like you said, it's just she's only defending her title one time. The Jordan Grace match we mentioned last time, it was a good match. Like just have her show off something.
Like I do think you should. I don't know how I feel about her retaining at WrestleMania yet, but I will say, like, we talked about this after the Jordan Grace match. Like, you got to take the training wheels off her. Yeah. Like, nothing I have seen in the Tiffany Stratton matches and the Jordan Grace matches make me think like Jade Cargill can't sustain like you know what I'm saying, a 10 that's what they do like 10. So like a 12 to 15 minute matchup. Like I believe she's capable of doing that, bro.
Yeah.
I think it only hurts her more that they won't let her try.
Yeah.
Like ultimately house shows are not around, bro.
Yeah,
as much as they should be.
That's kind of what hurts.
Like you have to let these people get these reps in, bro. Like especially when it comes to champions. And that's a problem in general. It's not just with Jade. Like Dominic just lost his title on Monday Night Raw and like he had one defense after he won it back from John Cena. Obviously, he was hurt, but like still. So yeah, I enjoyed the women's chamber. I thought it was pretty good. Like you said, Raquel looked dominant. Raquel was moving around that bitch like Pac, bro, slamming folks through the pod, all that shit. Pinned Asuka and Kiana at the same time. I said, oh.
My fantasy booking was just perfect, man. Just have Raquel win, Liv, Stephanie, and Raquel triple threat match, and then just do the Charlotte and Jade thing. We could have saved all this hoopla on Twitter.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Tyler. Tyler called it because after Friday night, the Ryo,
them losing,
it was he thought Rhea would win. I kind of didn't see it, but you know what I'm saying, it worked. So power dynamic has shifted. We know we're gonna see what's happening Friday because not gonna lie, the Fed has an interesting way of kind of taking these internet storylines and making something out of nothing, man. So we're gonna see, man. Say season 4 of Unreal. You heard it here first. The backstory between Jade and Rhea.
Now, this one probably don't got to be as long because honestly, I only saw this from one particular person, and I hate to do this to another black man, but Jonathan Coachman, shut the fuck up.
What are you doing now?
Dog. He was like so in the analysis of I guess the chamber or after the chamber, I can't remember when Michael Cole said it, but essentially Michael Cole was like something along the lines of like, if Rhea Ripley wins, like this will be her 5th consecutive WrestleMania or something like that, challenging for a championship. And Jonathan Coachman tweets out like, it was easy to root for Rhea Ripley until it was pointed out that this is going to be her 5th WrestleMania competing for a championship. New blood, please. My nigga, Rhea Ripley is 29 years old. Shut the fuck up, bro. Y'all, people will scream up and down to anybody that listens that WWE don't create new stars, all this other shit. Rhea Ripley is 29 years old, bro. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean new blood, bro? On top of that, you screaming new blood and Stephanie Vaquera is the world champion. Jade Cargill is the WWE women's champion. Before Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton was the champion.
We have new mid-card titles, so we got Julia.
We got new mid-card titles. You know what I'm saying? Lyra Valkyrie was the first Intercontinental champion. Julie is the United States champion.
Raquel's looking great.
Raquel looks great. Lash Legend is 1.5 of the tag team champions. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Y'all have to shut the fuck up with all this crying, bro. Again, and especially Jonathan Coach, my nigga, you work there. How do you not understand the concept of a top star, bro?
He usually don't miss with these. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah, no, you're crazy. Because I've seen that nigga miss several times. And I be wanting him to shut the fuck up.
Maybe I'm glad I only see the ones he hits on. But then, like I said, like who was I mentioned this before? Like no offense, but Raquel and Stephanie, that's not a Mania match. But you got to put like some heavy hitters in there who will kind of draw the crowd, sell tickets. So Rhea's damn near the Stone Cold of this generation. Like every time she comes out, they got the little meter showing how loud we get in the crowd. So. Yeah, it just makes sense, man. And the match is gonna cook. Like Rhea has had some of the best WrestleMania matches of all time. Like her and Charlotte, that was supposed to be a stinker. That was arguably one of the best matches of the year.
Somebody posted the graphic, and it showed like, Rhea's like whole WrestleMania match.
See, that's what I saw. That's what I saw Chelsea quote. So I thought that's what.
No. I didn't know. She knew what she was doing, trying to quote a different tweet. But anyway,
okay. Oh yeah.
Somebody quoted it with like the match discography and was like, "Which one of these would you even say was bad?" I'm like, none of them. Yeah. Fucking none of them. The worst thing you can probably say about a Rhea Ripley WrestleMania match is the one with Becky Lynch, and you can just say like they could have had a better match. But if that's the worst match the two of you can have. And if you remember the circumstances, I think Becky had strep throat or something like that, and Rhea Ripley had a panic attack literally right before her entrance.
Yeah. And
it was still a very good match. If that's the worst you can say about that match, like
that was the 40 match, right?
Yes.
Was that the first or the second?
They only won. I think they only did it that once.
I'm saying I think that was like either the first or second match of the night.
Oh yeah, they opened night one.
Yeah. See, like that's a lot of like that.
Yeah, like bro. If that is the worst thing you can say about a Rhea Ripley WrestleMania match, we are in great shape. But Jonathan Coachman, shut the fuck up. Also, I will ask this because I guess we don't fully know yet. What do you think is next for Io Sky now that they have lost the tag team championships? 2, Rhea Ripley has won the chamber, and then 3, like I guess Rhea kind of told Io to hold down Raw while she goes to SmackDown.
Kind of depends how next Monday goes with the. Intercontinental, what is it, Battle Royal? Or
Gauntlet match.
Gauntlet match. So we're going to see with that. Io wins. Io, AJ Lee. Probably a good match. That way, Io can kind of carry that match. That probably can help AJ Lee get her feet wet some more. So if that's the route they go, I'm kind of cool with that. If not, I would throw her back in the mix with Asuka and Kairi Sane. That, to me, that's one of those underrated parts of Raw is Asuka just kind of like bullying Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane is doing some amazing character work, like very underrated. I would throw that in there, do something in there with that. That would be entertainment, and then that match would cook no matter how you do it. A triple threat with them 3 or a 2-on-1 or somebody in the corner. That would be great. But yeah, I would just keep Rhea and keep Io hot. She's one of the best wrestlers in the world. The crowd, we love her. She gets hype, has amazing matches. So just keep her in the mix of WrestleMania because you don't want to leave her off the card because she really does not disappoint whenever her time to shine. So I would definitely keep her either in the U.S. title picture, Intercontinental title picture, or have her be with like folks around the Kabuki Warriors because the story writes itself.
Yeah, and that's a pretty unfinished story. There's still some stuff there with her and Asuka, obviously. So I would definitely be interested in seeing that. I will obviously go on record and say like, I'd be very surprised if Io Sky didn't make the WrestleMania card. I don't think that's happening, but I'd just be very surprised. The AJ Lee versus Becky matchup for the Intercontinental Championship, a result that was very surprising to me, just because the last 2 times we've seen AJ, like, you know what I'm saying, she got the best of Becky. This is the first time they faced off in a one-on-one setting. I thought there would be like maybe some shenanigans involved that would lead to AJ Lee losing and then, eventually running the rematch in Vegas in a couple of weeks But overall, I think it was a very good match. I think AJ is still kind of like knocking off some of the ring rust, but I think she's doing well.
Yeah.
I think she's doing very well.
Fun match. A couple close near calls.
Yep.
The Jessica referee stuff is kind of underrated. It's hilarious.
I feel so. She wrestles in Evolve under like a different character, but like I wonder if this is intentional and it's going somewhere. Or like
I missed that.
Yeah, like it's been a while, but
Oh, okay.
she wrestles under a completely different character with the mask on, all that. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Ooh.
So I don't know. I don't know if that's where it's headed or if it's just like a fun thing to do because I know like Jessica Carter is a very like well respected referee.
Yeah.
Like I remember when Edge was with the company, like he specifically wanted her like doing his matches. So it could just be that she's a well respected referee and like they want Becky's having fun with it, whatever. But yeah, I'm definitely interested to see where this reign goes. AJ did touch on it on Raw, saying like she wants to be a fighting champion. Shout out to the Brooks household because they just get it. But yeah, we will see. We found out what was in the crate, and it was Danhausen, recently freed from his AEW contract. I think that's funny as hell now to think about it because they were saying it was like frozen for a minute, but I guess they knew he was going to be out of it soon because like he got out of the contract the day before Elimination Chamber.
Perfect timing, man.
Perfect timing.
Rather his contract than Chris Jericho's. I mean, yeah.
God, yes. So I'm not gonna go back on my word, and I believe I was justified in saying this when I said that there were other things they could have done on Saturday with that crate, and the Danhausen thing was a waste of time. And I'm only saying that because like we saw the reaction to it, like, you know what I'm saying, once he came out the crate, and then like people like booed afterwards. I have no issue with Danhausen. I think I even told you guys after the fact, I said, like, I think Danhausen's going to be fine, but this was a terrible time to decide you wanted to do that shit. And it was. Monday Night Raw, a little bit different. The reaction was way different. I didn't hear any boos, anything. But Saturday was not the place for that. And, yeah. I think WWE needs to do a better job of, like, maximizing what they can do on these events. Yeah, we talk very often about the 6 to 7 match card that Evolution had being the best show of the year, and we always ask like, why won't y'all expand the card? Give yourself some more margin for error. Like it's something else you could be doing other than bringing Danhausen out of the box. That being said,
at that time it's just bad timing, and then
only being terrible timing.
Plus with the kind of back talk of Elimination Chamber being kind of watered down now.
Yep.
Yeah, but.
Granted, and I will say this: I like comedic relief in my wrestling. I really do.
Yeah, Monday night I was entertained. Like,
but it's a time and a place, man.
WrestleMania season, we need like, you know what I'm saying. But being like a black and gold NXT guy, like that era, just the 5 matches, was it like 5 or 4 matches? It just the efficiency was great. But now, because NXT was just it was just pro wrestling. Now you have to mix in WWE PLE shows with the WWE format of okay wrestling, entertainment. Let's build them together so we can kind of hit all the points. We can hit all our fans. So, yeah, man, I don't know. It should be figured out by now because Hunter's been at the realm for 2 or 3 years, more than a couple years now. So
yeah,
he got to kind of figure this thing out of how we can make entertainment and good wrestling come together. Cause yeah, I mean, could that have happened at a Friday Night or Monday Night Raw show?
Yes.
Yeah, but you know the Fed, they want their views and they want the reactions and the clicks. It probably has like a bunch of dislikes on YouTube, on the page. So you kind of got to take it how it is. But yeah, just the bad timing for it being WrestleMania season, and we need like something entertainment. You think of last year, the John Cena heel turn, Elimination Chamber. I forgot something crazy happened year before that Elimination Chamber, I think. So, yeah, man, just got to read the room and know when you're doing it. Because luckily Monday saved everything. Because Danhausen could have went downhill and it could have been like, all right, y'all, this was a complete waste of time and money, man. So
yeah,
just keep making us laugh, Danhausen.
And to quickly touch on your NXT point, the issue with that is, and like I don't know, I mean I think people understand it at this point, but like NXT was such a like small. Like it was a niche thing at that point. That's why the 5 matches made sense. Like you run 2 shows now. You run Raw, you run SmackDown. I believe between those rosters, it's like, let's say like, to be safe, let's say like 30 to 45-ish like superstars. And some of the matches you run on a regular TV show during the week end up being better than some of the matches you put on a premium live event. Gunther and Dragon Lee on Monday Night Raw was excellent. No reason why I couldn't have been on Elimination Chamber. Again, niggas love the side quest shit, man. I think it would have been cool. I think it would have been a nice little opener as opposed to, and I know CM Punk talked about this in the interview. You don't necessarily, you know what I'm saying? You could break up the format of Elimination Chamber. It don't got to be, let's always open with one chamber and close with the other one. Like, you could have opened with Gunther and Dragon Lee. Crowd would have been on their feet. The city of Chicago loves wrestling.
Yeah.
You easily could have opened with that. Like, I don't know, bro.
I just then looking back because I think I watched this Sunday because we was outside for Saturday night. But I think I watched it. I think the first EC took about 50 minutes. I think, or one of them one of the ECs took about 50 minutes from start to finish. So I guess two of those, that's 2 hours. Then you had you want to give Finn and Punk, and then you want to give like Becky and AJ their moments. So I guess squeezing stuff in like that would have been kind of hard because Gunther and Dragon went on for what, a good 20, maybe 20 minutes. So,
I think so.
So I guess in hindsight, it does go back to us trying to give my people enough time because you don't want like these quick squash matches on PLE. So it's been long enough. They got to find a way to fix this, man. Or just the worst thing is just don't have these crazy long matches for like EC or like the Royal Rumble, so you can have more stuff on a card that we can get. Even going back to like how we said about the tag teams, like you could have easily put one of those tag team ladder matches on a PLE, and it would have saved the PLE and made it one of the best shows. Man. Like you see what I'm saying? Like
that TLC match would have done so much for WrestleMania Night 2. I'll never forget that.
You see what I'm saying? Like you saw it with SummerSlam Night 2, I think. Like that SummerSlam 2 was like a way better experience because of like the tag team matches and then how Night 2 ended. So they just got to come together and figure some stuff out, man. So I'm not gonna be too harsh on them, but
CM Punk versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship, and for all intents and purposes, to preserve the main event of WrestleMania. Tremendous match, but man, the entrance from CM Punk, my God, bro. Like I think this is my first time seeing WWE in the United Center in like, well, they said it's been years, but so this is my first.
Where
time
do they usually go? I'm like so confused.
Allstate. That's where the CM Punk return happened. That's where that angle with Cody and The Rock outside the tour bus happened. Like,
who does stuff at Allstate? I haven't looked that up.
I want to say it's the Blackhawks. I don't know because
I thought they both played in the United.
They might. I don't know because Allstate Arena is actually considered like it's not really Chicago. It's Rosemont, Illinois, but like they call it Chicago. But yeah, this is the first time they've run a United Center, and it was like, damn, like some arenas are so big and like depending on the setup, like it kind of looks like a stadium in there. The setup for Elimination Chamber in particular, like, was fantastic. It made that arena look huge, and maybe it really is, but it looked incredible. All you see is the lights go down and a bunch of lights, cell phone lights on. You see CM Punk walking through the back with the Michael Jordan theme playing. Dog, that shit was incredible. The gear paying homage to the Chicago Blackhawks too. I'm like, dog, like this nigga gets it.
Oh, and yeah, it says United Center is like the biggest arena in the United States.
Yeah, that's why. Okay.
Okay, yeah. I mean, okay, now I see why they go to Allstate.
Yeah, like that shit looked incredible, dog.
And I gotta add, like I had one of those back when we used to watch DVDs back in the day. It was like a Chicago Bull. It was like this was like early 2000 or mid 2000s. It was kind of like a Last Dance documentary, but it had like the Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls starting five. Yeah. But listen, you want to get hyped one day, your pre-gym workout, watch that starting five Chicago Bulls Michael Jordan. Like we felt it Saturday watching. It just felt like, you know what? Somebody finna get dropped. I might drop 50 tonight, man. So shout out, dude. Whoever idea was that, just a crazy touch.
Listen, man, it feels like because we are obviously in the middle of like a kind of like generational changing of the guard when it comes to like pro wrestling, and like between CM Punk, Samoa Joe, Cody Rhodes, MJF is still in that mix even though he's way younger than all these other guys. I want to say Eddie Kingston, Kevin Owens, even though he's injured, and Sami Zayn and Randy Orton. like there are a few guys like off of that list. Outside of that list, I don't think there are many people that like really understand presentation when it comes to pro wrestling, bro. And Kenny Omega, by the way, I forgot the name, Kenny Omega, that really understand presentation when it comes to pro wrestling. One of the things, and this is just like a small detail, and one of the things I kind of used to love about whether it be WrestleMania or just like any pay-per-view PLE in general when I was a kid growing up, was I would see a wrestler wear the same thing, like, you know what I'm saying, weekly when it came to a weekly TV show. But when it was a premium live event or whatever it was, niggas might throw on a different pair of tights, different color tights, whatever. CM Punk gets presentation so much. Plays up to the Chicago thing with the Chicago Blackhawks homage in the gear. The ring jacket, incredible. Salute to Larry. Like, he just fucking gets it, bro. And in contrast, Finn Balor, bro, like, I don't know if they slow rolling the babyface thing, and that's why he ain't did it yet. But like, you come out there with the same damn pants you wear on Monday Night Raw every week, fam. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, bro? Like,
I think it's part of it because
it has to be.
The whole judgment that thing is like black and white. Like, it's probably part of it because Finn usually does do like some different stuff. Like he did the like the LGBTQ thing for WrestleMania one year. So I'm pretty sure it's probably just part of the character.
I think they slow rolling it, but like I was a little disappointed. Like when it's such a like a small thing to nitpick about, but in the same breath, I'm like, damn, like, see, Punk just did all this for his city. Why they did this? Make it feel like a big fight feel. Like y'all show up. The music is back, so that's a good sign. But yeah, man, I always enjoy. I think in particular, I enjoy CM Punk stuff because it's so much different than the rest of like everything that's going on in the roster, and we kind of see that seeping into his WrestleMania stuff as well, where it's like, bro, like, I want to do this like a professional wrestling program. Talking about presentation, talking about the moves, like all of that. We're not doing cinema and all this other shit in these matches, bro. Like, we are going to wrestle. And that's what they did. Like, there was a spot in there that I loved. I think it was a reversal to a coup de grace or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
That turned into a sharpshooter. That was like my favorite spot in the whole match. Like, I just love, I think that's why I like Gunther so much too. And like a lot of people like Gunther. What those two in particular, what those two in particular do in their matches as opposed to like what everybody else does is so different. Mm-hmm. And again, we're seeing the story of like old man Punk, like, you know, trying to outsmart his opponents, trying to, you know, beat Father Time and all this other stuff, and still like being a fighting champion, retaining his championship. And again, proving the point where like, if I can't beat Finn Balor, I don't deserve to be the main event of WrestleMania. He went out there and proved he deserved to be the main event of WrestleMania. So, I thought it was a fun match. Dare I say, it should have main evented, given the state of the Elimination Chamber for the men's, which we will now get into. I would
we gotta start off with like the best entrance of the year.
A Trick, dude.
Listen, man.
You want to talk about aura? Trick Williams, brother.
Listen, man.
Trick Williams, come get your chain.
Like I said, we was outside Saturday night. Shout out to our boy D-Rock, DJ D-Rock, Spot, Mixer. Great time seeing everybody, shaking hands, you know what I'm saying, doing the thing. But so we didn't get to see everything live, but man, that rewatch we had.
Rewatch.
You know what I'm saying?
Next morning, like, it was so special the next morning, dog.
Listen, man, you see the clips on Twitter and online. It just was like we couldn't play the music where we was. It was kind of loud. So then, like the next day, he's like, all right, what y'all really talking about, man? And just
like, I tried to avoid everything from that show until I got to actually rewatch it, but I could not escape the Trick Williams entrance.
Yeah, man,
gravitating all over Twitter. They put my dog on the little podium. They had him rotating around. Whole United Center. Whoop that Trick. What? Whooped. Dog, like.
Even going back to where we was at Raw, they did the
little behind interview for the international crowd. Yeah,
it was
man.
Like, wait a minute, is he here? Is he? They hit the horns and then boom, whoa! That felt like the place was just shaking, man. And then him climbing on top of the cage and just embrace it and whew.
Dog.
Listen, man.
I have never seen someone so obvious. I don't think it has ever been so obvious of somebody who is a superstar. Like, I don't ever think it's been that obvious. I don't ever think it's been a scenario to where, like, you know, some people might have to scratch and claw. Like, no, dog. Like, I'll look dead at Trick Williams and I just say, like,
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, like
if you was to walk me in a room with 10 people, I don't care about wrestling skill, none of that. If you was to walk me in a room with 10 wrestlers and you say, like, all right, you got to hit your wagon to somebody. Somebody got to be your world champion, all the face of the franchise. That nigga. And I'm not going to think twice about it, dog. Like, he's incredible. He's fucking incredible. He gets it. The year with TNA and staying in NXT did wonders.
like I said, man, he has kind of saved SmackDown. Him, the Oba teases, they just talked to my boy Will, coworker. We was like, yeah, man, that moment of him smacking the microphone out of Randy's hand and just being like, oh shit, like just,
Dog.
like just small stuff like that of him just being his natural self just has made SmackDown more enjoyable.
If there is not some type of gold around Trick Williams' waist before the end of 2026, they have failed him. And I don't care if they do it in 2027.
No, it's still too late.
It's still too late. If it is not around his waist in 2026, they have failed him.
At a live show, not a pre-record. When he needs to be at a
A
live
live show. They have failed him, bro. That is how I feel. I'm sure if you ask anybody in any crowd that he has been to, in any city he's been to, they will tell you the same thing, bro. Fucking incredible. Now, as far as the booking of the chamber, it's funny because it started. I of course saw the reviews of the chamber before I even got to see the chamber myself, and I was wondering when I heard how they booked it. I was like, let me see how this played out. And I'm watching it. I'm watching contestants get into the chamber. You know, wrestling is flowing. It's good. Logan Paul drops Javon on his fucking neck. Fuck you, Logan. You know, watching it, it's going good. Bam, Logan Paul gets an elimination. Bam, Logan Paul gets another elimination. Bam, Logan Paul gets one more elimination. Why the fuck is Logan Paul, of all people, eliminating half the field, bro? It's lazy. Because apparently, and it's, I ain't even gonna say apparently, it's blatantly obvious that spot was supposed to be Bronson Reed's, as we talked about earlier. And before that, it was supposed to be Braun Breaker's spot too. Both of them can clearly envision them running through half the field of the Elimination Chamber. Easily. Nigga, Braun spearing somebody through a pod might have made my year. Bronson Reed tsunamiing somebody off of a pod might have made my year. Logan Paul pinning 3 niggas, 2 of which being like 2 people who we were most excited to see in the fucking match. For what?
I told my homie, I was like, listen, man, they had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, probably until about 6:30 to come up with a new way to make this Logan stuff make it make sense, or just make it interesting.
Dude.
Because, yeah, did I want him to be in the chamber? No. Does it make sense kind of for who Logan is? Yeah, okay, yeah, fine. But like I said, you had 5.5 days to come up with something better than how to have him, like,
run through 50% of the field.
Run through the field just like that on a roll up, steal a pin. Like, it just.
That shit is sick.
I just wish they, like Tyler said, I wish they knew that he is just, we don't like him as a person.
Dude.
It's not, we don't like him as a wrestler. We don't like him as a person. We just.
Literally. And the world. And it would be partially redeemable if he wasn't just the fucking moves guy, bro.
Like you said, man.
Your moveset cannot be 30 niggas who are way more talented than use finisher, bro.
Man, you couldn't even hit a good zigzag. Like,
dog. Niggas was worried about Jey Uso getting in the chamber and running it back. And I'm not going to lie to you. That probably would have been better than what we got on Saturday. That would have been way better than what we got on Saturday. However, there are positives that came out of this. The Masked Man was finally revealed. And if you've been living under a rock, it's Seth Rollins. Obviously, it hasn't been Seth Rollins under the mask, these other times. But this was legitimately Seth Rollins to a superstar pop. Don't ever tell me this nigga don't draw again. Don't ever tell me people don't care about this nigga again. Seth Rollins is one of the most important people in the history of the WWE. Not in his era, in the history of the WWE. I do not care what you have to say about it. That is fact. And if you don't believe it, go watch every time this nigga has ever returned. and I mean every single one of them. Just go watch the reaction. So that was great. We kind of, I ain't gonna say putting a bow on the Vision story, but we're getting to a better place. It's getting a little more substance.
About damn time.
Yeah. About damn time. In the midst of that happening, we kind of see that Cody and Seth's story is still going to be intertwined because Cody got the pin on Logan Paul, thanks to Seth. So that's definitely something to watch for down the road. And as we stated earlier, Drew McIntyre interferes in the Elimination Chamber. Randy Orton, however, did not hesitate, punched his ticket to WrestleMania. Congratulations, Randy Orton. I was pleasantly surprised to find that out, though. Mm-hmm. I wanted Cody to win, but like I think I was in the mindset of like, really there was nobody else who could have won where it would have made sense for WrestleMania. Unfortunately, for like Trick and Javon, like I would have loved that, but that's just the reality.
Yeah,
it would have made sense for Randy, not so much for anybody else other than Cody Rhodes. So, but I was pleasantly surprised that they pulled the trigger on that. And I do think it's because, I mean, we read the reports and like they kind of been seeing the feedback from the crowd or the audience, and they feel like it's time to deliver on that. And I agree because Randy Orton was for a period of time just staring at the undisputed WWE Championship and not doing anything about it. So I do appreciate them trying to pay this off. Really, I guess I kind of got to reserve everything else to see like what happens on SmackDown,
especially this Friday.
Yeah. Well, let me ask this. Because now it's a hot topic of discussion being that certain plans leaked. Are we more intrigued by the thought of a true one-on-one with a true build with Cody and Randy? Or do we want to find or is it more intriguing to try to find a way to get a fatal four-way? Because in fairness, I think you can do both. Just because, again, like while the King of the Ring and with Randy and Cody was good, like I would love like a real genuine build with a real story. Mm-hmm. But the Fatal 4-Way, like you can swing it to where everybody in there has probable cause, but you have to do it perfectly.
Yeah, I think I would flip that. I think the perfect way you would have to do is with Randy and Cody. A lot of emotion between those two guys, a lot of history. But the thing with that is, they don't really like doing the face versus face thing. We see that now with kind of Roman and CM Punk. So with Cody and Randy, it's how do we make these characters like who tells a story? Like are we gonna have the Cody with I need my title back? I need like to chase my dream. I gotta feel my dream again of being the guy carrying this company. That's what my dad never could do. This is what I want to do. This is my goal. Randy, do I want to be like do I want to be this? How bad do I want to be the 15-time champion? Do I want to be the same Randy I've been past couple years, doing like kind of teasing my old ways?
Yep.
Now do I go back to my old ways? Am I gonna be the punk guy? Am I gonna be the bald guy? Am I gonna be like the dirty guy, like the legend killer? What bag am I gonna get to for this title? Drew, you know what I'm saying? His heel work has been pretty good. I'm not mad at it. The booking has been kind of questionable because he looks kind of weak at times, but that's just how they had to carry the heels because you have such these, because like you can't have him do like certain stuff to Jacob, Cody, and Randy like enough, like certain guys is enough. Then like, are we gonna throw in like we in with Jacob? Are we gonna throw him in the mix? He had some issues with Drew. People don't know who was he. Is it either Randy or was it with Drew who attacked Jacob that one time? When he was out for like oral surgery or something like that. Mm-hmm. So a lot of ways we can play this. I don't want to jump the gun and hate something so quickly. So after Friday, I'll probably have my clear path of how I feel about things. But I'm interested in both stories. I would rather have all 4 or 5 of them in the mix because it just makes better. And WWE has been doing great with these multi-man matches, especially in the PLEs. Mm-hmm. I think of last year, Punk, Roman and Seth, even though it wasn't like no really stakes, it was a good match. Bianca, Rhea, Io, great match. Javon, Oba, Trick, that triple threat was a great match. Yep. They've been doing great ways of making these multi-man matches amazing. So I personally would like to see like a multi-man match. Even if you want to throw Sammy in there, hell, give Sammy his moment finally that way because who knows what's going to happen next year. with how the Royal Rumble's gonna be or how WrestleMania's gonna be, where it's gonna be at next year. So yeah, man, I'm gonna just have to wait until Friday to see what's really going on. But I just hope they play the story the right way, just play the cards right, because you don't want to waste this, because it's a lot. It's already, people are already skeptical about WrestleMania this season.
Yeah,
the ticket sales, it being back in Las Vegas when it should have been in New Orleans. So
yeah.
they gotta find a way to capitalize and make the story make sense, and then deliver again. Because like last year, moment was great, but Travis Scott kind of ruined the moment for like a historical moment, man. So they kind of bounced back, man.
Yeah. I think I want to reserve judgment for Friday. I don't have a preference for either. But I did kind of want to break down the like concept of the Fatal Four for those who may be skeptical and don't understand like why would a Fatal Four take place. Cody Rhodes would have probable cause. Drew McIntyre has gotten involved in every single one of his opportunities to try to get the Undisputed Championship back. In addition to that, there's a chance Cody Rhodes is a champion come Friday. So that's one contestant potentially. Drew, again, could be champion, but could also end up being cost the championship because of shenanigans with the third contestant, who I believe should be Jacob Fatu. Mm-hmm. Randy Orton won the chamber. I also want to note that, like, with Jacob Fatu, aside from, like, him potentially getting involved, maybe they unveil who the true attacker is, who I have always believed to be Randy Orton, on the road to WrestleMania. I don't know how that changes anything at all as far as like crowd reaction or whatever. So I think maybe they should wait. I don't know. But I'm just laying out why a Fatal 4-Way would make sense for those who may not know. Mm-hmm. Now, Monday Night Raw. It's something about a Monday Night Raw when the perception...
when they backs against the wall.
When their backs are against the wall and the perception was that these niggas put on a dog shit premium live.
We just too gullible, man.
That shit is
They keep
crazy.
getting us, man. Like, you just want to be like, you know what, all right, y'all, I might take a break. All right, bro. Here comes the best 2.5 hours on a Monday that you could ask for. And fair game, Triple H. You got us again, man.
Started off electric, incredible. As we told you with the Elimination Chamber, Seth Rollins is back. And he came back for his pound of flesh, and it started with Paul Heyman. After some masked man shenanigans to lure away what's left of the Vision, Paul Heyman was left all alone in the ring in Indianapolis with Seth Rollins in a steel chair. And Seth Rollins in a steel chair is already bad news, but Seth Rollins with a steel chair in Indianapolis, of all places, is bad news. Nails Paul Heyman with the shield chair. No, I did not mean to say shield chair. Oh my God, they got me.
I told you, man.
But yeah, nails Paul Heyman with the steel chair in homage to the Shield because he wraps him across the spine and stomps Paul Heyman into the mat. We come back from commercial break. Paul Heyman is busted open, put in the ambulance.
Flabbergasted.
Yeah. Cooked. Big Jim pulls up to get his pound of flesh for his brother being taken out of the Elimination Chamber. He ain't even playing the whodunit game. He feel like the Vision did it. Salute, because I'm pretty sure they did too. Why do I know that? Because Austin Theory posted a story of Jey Uso in the fucking gym. Like he was creeping around the corner looking at this nigga.
Unreal season 6.
So, Jimmy pulls up for his pound of flesh. I think Logan Paul was Logan Paul in the ambulance? I can't remember.
No, where did he go?
Where was he?
I don't know. I think he high five. Austin. Well, Theory closed the door.
Right.
Smacked it. I guess my homie Will was like he probably would go get the car. So maybe he told Austin he was going to get the car.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because Austin was like, Logan, let's go. Okay, yeah. Okay. So he got caught lacking.
Okay, all right. Because I was wondering like where the hell did Logan go? Like
LA Knight was driving the ambulance with Paul Heyman in it. Almost killed somebody on the way. All of you see that production dude trying to get out the way. Right. We almost saw LA Knight commit vehicular homicide live on Netflix, bro. Along with kayfabe kidnapping, but like legitimate vehicular manslaughter. Somebody should told that nigga get out the way. I don't know if he was just fucking, like, he just didn't know it was gonna happen. Like, you could, if you go back and watch it, this nigga dead ass jumps out the way of the truck like he's terrified. Often, so it starts hot. We get into Gunther and Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee don't even let Gunther walk to the ring. Incredible match. Should have been on Elimination Chamber. Gunther did try. Dragon Lee did try to slide for AJ. Unfortunately, to no avail. And Dragon Lee was unmasked. This leads me to believe that WrestleMania is definitely going to be Rey Mysterio versus Gunther, because Rey Mysterio. We know how Rey Mysterio feel about Lucha Libre, bro. Like, Lucha Libre is sacred, bro. The mask is sacred, like all of that. So that leads me to believe where this is going. But then I read reports where they're kind of unsure on what they want to do with WrestleMania. Yes and no, because again, this is something I saw somebody else say, but it's a great point. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna. Well, not necessarily. They said Gunther is kind of hard to book because, like, you don't want him just going in the ring going against anybody. You also don't want him to just lose. And it's also like he is somebody that probably should be a champion. So it's like, you got to be real strategic with his booking. But I don't know, man. My issue apparently there are three probable options on the table for him. It's Brock Lesnar, Obafemi, Rey Mysterio. My potential issue with the Rey Mysterio match comes with the current iteration of Gunther, which is like the career killer. Mm-hmm. Do I think Gunther and Rey Mysterio will have a good to great match? Yes. I have literally seen it on an episode of Friday Night SmackDown. My issue is that, one, I don't know how much time is left on Rey's deal, but two, I have always been of the belief retiring Rey Mysterio should be reserved for Dominic and Dominic alone, because it will do wonders for his character. Him being a piece of shit to his dad already does wonders for his character. Mm-hmm. Imagine what happens when he beats this nigga on his last night out, or what people didn't think was going to be his last night out, and then it's his last night out because Dominic beat him. That's what I believe. Obafemi versus Gunther will be incredible graps. I have no problem with that. May the best man win. Him versus Brock Lesnar. Don't really care for Brock Lesnar at this point, but again, this goes back to the career killer thing. If he not retiring Brock Lesnar, I don't want to see it.
Don't waste our time.
Like, I know SummerSlam is supposed to be in Minnesota this year, and if y'all gonna do it there, do it, and that's fine. But yeah, it's a little dicey right now, man. It's a little dicey. So I don't know, what would you like to see ideally?
Honestly, personally, I would like to see Gunther versus Oba. That just, the story just writes itself, the money prints itself, but then it becomes who walks out the winner, because the way they do it now, every time Gunther like speaks, it's "Are you tapped out?" That kind of kills his character just a little bit. Obviously him and Rey, I'm on your side. If it's not, only person Rey should face is Dominic, in case Rey is just gonna keep going. They could tease some with Rey losing, but how do you go from there? Like, do you have Rey lose and then Rey loses to Dominic against down the line? And I guess that kind of still carries a career killer of, okay, I kind of helped Rey Mysterio retire. And then Gunther versus Brock. I mean, the match, I would kind of be here for it. Just, what are we getting out of Brock Lesnar in this match? We've already seen him come down the ramp out of shape. Gunther has these strategic long matches.
Yep.
How was Brock Lesnar going to hang with that? So is that going to be like a waste of time? It's just a waste of build up. So
I don't know, man. If he can carry Goldberg to maybe shit.
It's possible. Like, it's possible.
He did carry Bill ass to a serviceable match.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. But then just, are we gonna? What kind of spots are we gonna get? Are we gonna get, like, how many times is Brock Lesnar gonna suplex Gunther? Like,
yeah,
that's kind of what's gonna boil down to. So, or I mean, I would kind of maybe call some guys from NXT who can just maybe have an open challenge. Can't think of their name right now. I'm kind of blank, but it's some heavy hitters in NXT I would like to see get like they shine at WrestleMania stage, and they probably can give Gunther a good meat fest. So yeah, that's probably, I'm kind of in the same boat with you about it.
Yeah. I guess we'll see where that goes because a lot of the card is undecided because of like injuries and like etc. Um, as announced by AJ, well, it wasn't announced by AJ. It was announced on Raw, but AJ announced she wanted to be a fighting champion. As a result of that, a bunch of women lined up in front of Adam Pearce's office, pled their case, took their shot, and next week we will have a women's Intercontinental Championship #1 contenders gauntlet match containing Lyra Valkyria, Bayley, Io Sky, Raquel, Asuka, and Ivy Nile. Obviously, all of these women on this list would be first-time opponents for AJ Lee, being that AJ Lee was not around for 10 years. Do we have a favorite that we would like to see versus AJ in the potential one-on-one match?
Personally, I'm gonna have to go with Bayley. The story just writes itself. Future, the past, kind of the past. The future tells himself. Like I said, like Lyra said, Bayley deserves another WrestleMania moment because what happened last year with the Becky situation, what they did with that. I think the story, like I said, the story just writes itself. This would be like a good character change for Bayley. If not Bayley, could call Lyra. That would just be like a crazy match. You could have Lyra carry that match. That would be like a great match from the past and the future. Two women who just go. And then, last but not least, Io. Io, best wrestler in the world. This would be a great showcase for AJ Lee. She wouldn't, like I said, she wouldn't have to carry this match either. It would just be a fantastic match no matter where you put it on the card. So my three favorites would be Bayley, Lyra, and then Io. Like, I'm sorry, those are like common names, but what you gonna say? It's a guaranteed banger. Either one of them three, man.
I personally, I will probably say Bayley. Just because, like you said, the story does write itself. AJ often talks about, being your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. We know Bayley is fairly close to the Brooks household, so that is who I would pick. But man, I wouldn't mind seeing where an Io and Bayley match or an Io and AJ Lee match goes. To be honest, so I'm eager to see that. We had the OG El Grande Americano versus Rayo Americano. Don't really have much to say about this match. Fun. Again, I will just reiterate, it is time to get Chad Gable from under that mask. The EGA 2.0 has clearly snatched his chain. It's just, you speaking English, my nigga. You ain't even try to learn Spanish while you was gone, my nigga. Like, we're good. Yeah, man. That's all I got to say about that. If you got anything to add.
Yeah, man. The only funny thing is, like, when you watch, what is it, AAA? Like, it's night and day. Like 2.0 gets the crazy reaction. 1.0 gets, like, the boos.
They hate that nigga.
Like, it's honestly hilarious. Shout out to it's sports entertainment, man. What more can you say about it? I think they're going to fight pretty soon, or...
Yeah, I think next week is the 14th.
Yeah, so hopefully that leads us to the WrestleMania match versus match moment that we were clearly begging for, which should be a great match because both of these two are like they're like some of the best wrestlers in their field and from their country. So
you get them a good 8 to 12, they'll
deliver. Like, so yeah, that's like the comedic stuff is there. Shout out to Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Get on TV how you can. It's kind of hilarious. The salsa dancing, like, I'm sorry, I'm entertained. I don't know what more I can say. So see how that goes in a couple weeks, where that match goes.
And great news, but it was at our expense. Obafemi officially has his first feud, and it is with Rusev, of all people. Incredible brawl to build up some heat for the matchup that is taking place next week. I am a little mad because we was there in the audience in Atlanta, and he was like, "Hey, we can fight tonight." And Adam Pearce was like, "No, tonight's about AJ." Like, fuck you, nigga. Like,
AJ wants reps.
Oh yeah, AJ wants you niggas to wrestle. Like, okay, nigga.
Unfortunately, Rusev, the saxophones.
Yeah, the saxophones did get loud for Rusev. Yo, did you see how high he lifted that?
That choke slam, Uranagi,
whatever it was.
Whatever he was, woo, boy, mama, there go that man. And then shout out to Rusev, the face reaction of him being like, oh, shit.
Very excited. Over the past few weeks, I'm really enjoying how Oba has been showcased. I think they're kind of just, even though yes, he is this destroyer and all this other stuff, like they kind of, had him dabbling in a little bit of comedy, show a little bit of personality.
Bro, Friday night was perfect with him and the Miz. Like good, one of the Miz, like I said, the Miz, one of the most underrated people in the business.
Mm-hmm.
You throw Oba in there for what, 5-10 minutes, and him going back and forth. Yeah, man, Oba just gets it, man. Oba, like I'm sorry, Bron. Oba got it. Sorry.
Hey, by the way, Miz, shout out to you, bro. Don't think I don't see you putting over these African American talents, my brother. We appreciate you. I know a lot of people don't see you, and I know a lot of people want to say things about your career. Sometimes I'll say it too. But we see you, bro, and we appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for what you did for Melo. Thank you for what you did for Oba. Big Jim versus Austin Theory. I don't really have too much to say about this, but what the fuck is Jey Uso made of? Because whatever happened was enough to keep Jey Uso out of the Elimination Chamber, but it wasn't enough to keep this thing away from Monday Night Raw.
Hey man, we gotta eat, man. Somebody we gonna have to eat, man.
He said we gotta print this money, bro.
We gotta get these reactions, man.
Yeah. I think the Usos WrestleMania direction is clear, or kind of clear. Like it's only 2 members of the division, so we kind of got to be
keep
cautious.
Logan Paul away from the singles titles as much as we can.
Lord Jesus, bro.
Usos, thank you for your sacrifice. Get well soon. Man. Take a break after WrestleMania season. Jimmy, go take care of little Jimmy. As long as y'all keep Logan and Theory away from the top spot, y'all are all right with me.
I don't. You know what's funny that I'm thinking about? Like, I don't know how the Vision story ends now. Like, just because like the unfortunate injuries. I know they said Braun like should be back before WrestleMania, so maybe that won't be.
But now we got Bronson out for.
Yeah, so it's just like.
I mean,
I guess we need to see what Seth Rollins says as far as.
Shoot, damn! I forgot now. How we gonna put a title on Braun now? I just thought about that.
Hey,
the path
we might have to wait another year.
The path was clear, man. Cause
he gonna have to wait another. At this rate, he is absolutely gonna have to wait another year because. While I'm not gonna pretend like I know what's gonna happen a year out, but like, I don't think Roman Reigns. First off, I don't think CM Punk is gonna get to retain his title at WrestleMania, unfortunately. And from there, Roman Reigns will be showing up to work when Roman Reigns wants to show up to work.
He gonna be all right.
That nigga's going to show up for the Raw after WrestleMania and leave, bro.
Come on,
let's stop doing this. Let's stop acting like we don't have evidence, bro. Like
it's different now, man.
Yeah, okay. Show me. If Roman Reigns work Backlash, I'll shut up, bro. That's all he gotta do. If Roman Reigns works Backlash, I will shut the fuck up, bro. Roman Reigns has not worked Backlash since WrestleMania 38. Niggas do not want me to believe that this nigga is going to work Backlash or anything after that. That nigga is going to take that title, disappear for several weeks, and hey, like I said, he worked Backlash. I'll shut the fuck up.
Listen, man, as an OTC stand, I am not confident that he will be.
You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. But like I was saying, so I don't have confidence in CM Punk retaining that belt right now. It's so that belt is going until at least next year, WrestleMania, and I'm sure Big Dwayne is coming to cash in that check and finally get that match. So that's gonna be happening with that. WWE Championship. Honestly, it's a little unclear, but I do kind of think that's reserved for Sami Zayn. So, Braun Breaker probably waiting until at least SummerSlam of 2027 to get any type of main event singles gold in my eyes. So yeah, and then I guess we kind of need to wait on what Seth Rollins says in terms of like what are his goals. But like, I don't know if we really need to. Like, it's kind of clear. Like, nigga, y'all took me out. Like, I'm coming to kill what I birthed. That's it. So I don't know how this ends, but ideally, I'm pretty sure that's how they want it to end. Like, whatever Seth Rollins does, maybe like disbands the division or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We had Penta versus Dominic Mysterio with a slight twist. Prior to the match, backstage, we were once again introduced to Danhausen to a much warmer reception. Danhausen was greeted by the Judgment Day, was not treated so nice by Dominic Mysterio, and Danhausen cursed Dominic Mysterio. And apparently the bit was, because I'm somewhat familiar with his work in AEW, but not fully. The bit was the curse didn't work at AEW. That's what I was told. Like, that the curse did not work, and that was the whole bit. Maybe you just got to change promotions for the curses to work. I don't know. Penta and Dom have a phenomenal match. I still maintain that they are wrestling soulmates. I don't give a fuck. And new Intercontinental Champion, Penta. The Danhausen curse is now 1-0 in WWE. Penta is now Intercontinental Champion.
Now I must ask you: does this curse affect Liv Morgan? If Dom,
nah. He specifically cursed Dominic Mysterio.
Hey,
I think she's good.
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? The curses might work that way, you know what I'm
But
saying?
if it does work that way, that'd be fucking hilarious. If the curse worked by proximity, it'd be hilarious. And if that's the case, well, actually, we're gonna talk about that.
Check that out.
Finn Balor went out of his way to make sure that Dominic could not cheat in this matchup. In the match, Dominic asked for the ring hammer, which we have known he's been using for, a couple months to get over on opponents. Got over on Penta a time or two. Asked for the ring hammer. Finn didn't really budge. JD budges, goes to get the hammer. Finn lets him know, like, hey, like, we ain't doing that. Like, he said he want to win on his own.
Let him do it.
Let him do it. Now, obviously, if I was a betting man, I'd say, like, had JD been allowed to let Dominic cheat or whatever, he probably would have retained.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's the story that was told in front of us. We are very clearly heading towards, and I say this with full confidence this time, and I'm so sick of repeating it, but I say this with full confidence. We are heading towards a breakup of the Judgment Day. Or at least we are headed towards, at bare minimum, Finn Balor getting out of the Judgment Day. And at that point, I don't know what it looks like anymore, because I don't know how much you can do with Dominic and JD McDonough alone. We are headed towards they've been slow burning the babyface Finn thing. I think we're looking at a Finn and Dominic non-title at WrestleMania. I do wonder how the angle plays out. Is my only concern. Like, it has to be something so. So here's what I think.
I just realized that we're probably gonna have to wait until after WrestleMania if Liv does lose, because if Liv wins, I kind of have like, okay, I got a title, y'all go get titles, like just do something about it. So I just thought about that. So we might have to wait. We might have to wait till after WrestleMania season again.
Listen, man. This apparently the breakup was supposed to happen last. I forgot what that board on Unreal said. I don't know if it was saying. I couldn't remember if it said it was supposed to be at SummerSlam or if it was supposed to be at WrestleMania, and they just changed. But we cannot go past WrestleMania again. To me, it is very easy, because we have seen this several times with like different factions. It is even just recently, it is very easy to just say like, hey, like, I got something to focus on for WrestleMania. The rest of y'all need to go get yours. And from there, that's how you start the dissension of the Judgment Day. Y'all kick Finn out that bitch, whatever. But this can't, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot all about it, because like we probably would have got a Finn versus Dominic match at WrestleMania, but what are the stakes for that now? Because there's no IC title. Yeah.
And I was about to say, so I think Finn needs to be kicked out of Judgment Day before WrestleMania. But I also think whatever happens needs to be so heinous that not only is it very clear that Finn is the babyface in the situation, but it's also heinous enough to where, like, Finn Balor got to go someplace he ain't been in a long time, if you get what I'm saying. And we bring back the Demon. That's what I think.
I would love that, honestly.
But this cannot go past WrestleMania. Like, I kid you not. This has to be it. I don't know what y'all got to... I don't know if it got to be a mystery attacker and it turned out to be Dominic. I don't know if they got to beat this nigga Finn senseless in the middle of the ring. It's time. It's over. It has run its course. Finn is the longest tenured member of Judgment Day at this point.
Bro.
Okay.
We had Edge.
Dog. Like it's time, bro.
Oh, man.
Finn, you have made it through a lot of versions of the Judgment Day. It is okay to let go, brother. Like, it is okay to let go. But it's time. People want babyface Finn again. And our final segment of the night.
Ooh, boy.
CM Punk, Roman Reigns, once again. This
started off Saturday night, Punk versus Finn match.
Yep.
OTC puts out a little tweet.
Mm-hmm.
I
What he said? I don't know who looked more tired, the crowd or the champ. See you Monday. This nigga Roman gonna say, did my tweet hurt you? First off, let me start by saying it. Roman think he the only nigga that know CM Punk government name, bro. Like, Phil. CM Punk, start calling that nigga Joe.
Oh, I want it so bad.
We know his name too, bro. Start calling that nigga
bad,
Joe.
Bro. I'm OTC man, but I want it so bad. Like,
We just start calling that nigga
violent,
Joe, bro.
please, man.
I don't know what the talks is backstage for y'all go out and cut these promos, but let's start calling that nigga Joe, bro. Like, he ain't the only one that know you name, you know what I'm saying, know a government name. Like, what the fuck? Call that nigga Joe.
But I must say, after the last interaction they had, I was like, hey, can they really top this? And they did. they did, man. They did.
Yeah.
Shout out to hate. Just shout out to hate.
I do feel like that was the whole theme of Monday Night Raw for the most part, like hatred, or like across. Like, you had Seth Rollins, there was even a Rhea Ripley interview in there, talking about going to SmackDown for Jade. Like, it's a bunch of hate that was like rooted in Raw. I'm fucking with that. But yeah, bro, that shit is. It's getting tough. It's getting real tough. Like, we getting down to the nitty gritty. Again, real talking points are being assessed in these promos.
The fourth wall is being broken.
A little bit. Like, CM Punk went out there, and I don't even know how many WWE fans know that, like, and I mean just fans, not people that read outside information, not like just fans of the product. They tune in every year for 52 weeks. I don't know how many people actually know that CM Punk did handpick the members of the Shield, and Roman Reigns was never intended to be one of them. I don't know how many people know that. So when he like flat out said, like, Roman was like, let's be clear, you didn't choose me. He was like, you know what, you're right, I didn't. I chose the other two niggas. I ain't choose you. I was like, they briefly touched on the podcast shit like this time and then last time too, but I was like, when he said that, I was like, oh, okay. So now we're telling the real. We're telling niggas what's really going on. But to be honest with you, and it's not even like on no hating shit, I was a little disappointed with Roman in this. Just because, aside from like him thinking he the only one that knows CM Punk government name, like, I didn't get much out of this as much as I got out of the first one.
I think it's fair because you kind of have to go back and forth. You don't want to go too.
Yeah, you don't want to unload everything.
Yeah,
but it was just like, I think the only notable things I got out of this was, your cousins be gossiping to you about what CM Punk do backstage, according to what he said, and you think CM Punk is a punk ass bitch. Like, other than that, we got the standard, like, I'm gonna smash you, I'm gonna win, acknowledge you. Like, wasn't feeling it. He's capable of better. That's why I'm disappointed. To me, we are long past the 2018 debacle with John Cena, to where he's getting like verbally eviscerated on the mic, and I don't think Monday was that bad, but it is in that vein of like, you a little lost out here, bro. Like, it's levels, and like
it's kind of unfortunate that it is. CM Punk is one of the best of the best.
Yeah,
like, he just gets it. You can't really teach what he has. Roman is kind of relying on the persona, the aura of it. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm gonna do to you. But when you're talking to like a real shit talker of CM Punk, it's not too much you can do to kind of get back at him. Like I said, you know, they're gonna go back and forth. Like Punk said, this is 7 weeks. Like if there's anybody who can make a build up for 7 weeks, it's CM Punk. And if it's anybody who can like give the attention, it's Roman Reigns. So yeah, I think Roman come back the 23rd, I think, or the 13th.
Week after next, I think. It's not next week.
Yeah, it's not next week.
Which is crazy considering. Well, we gonna get to that. Yeah, but
it's kind of like the same. You know, they kind of go back and forth with similar points. You know, we heard the same stuff with Seth Rollins, CM Punk. You're just here for a little bit. You're not really here to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought the Roman touch of him going to NXT to coach was kind of hilarious.
Yeah,
that was funny.
Which it's funny because that's definitely a real thing. Like it's definitely a real talking point. Like that nigga does want to coach the next generation. Yeah. But the way Roman Reigns said that shit is crazy. Like like you gonna build him up, you gonna bring him up here. I'm going.
I'm gonna smack their ass too. Like yeah, ooh, boy, I'm trying to tell you, man. It's just I don't know. It's either gonna be Larry or AJ, probably the next promo, if depending how comfortable they get with it. So who knows from there, you know what I'm saying? Kind of funny, you know, the whole father thing was kind of hilarious. Honestly, it was like this deep pause. You know, Punk usually gets straight to the point. Punk don't usually take these delays and talking. So for him to go to the father route was kind of crazy. But it's entertainment. I'm pretty sure they talked about this. Hopefully, Roman's reaction hilarious. You just see him be like, "You motherfucker!" Like I just seen that on his face, which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
So, hey man, we got 6.5 weeks. We got 6 weeks left of this crazy build up. Shout out to Hate. I will be excited. You know what I'm saying? Want to have a little shindig at the crib probably for Saturday night because Sunday night we are focused on Hate.
Nah, I feel that you got your champ, you got your favorite wrestler in the main event. Get the fuck away from me.
Exactly.
I want to talk to either you.
Exactly. Like with you last year. Y'all do something Sunday night? Not really. Not really. You know what I'm saying? It's Cena.
Watch. I'm the most emotionally invested I've ever been. Exactly. It's two of my favorite wrestlers versus each other.
Yeah, y'all leave me
one
alone.
For the record, one to feel like
Yeah, man. Close the door. Turn the lights off. I am laser focused. So.
Now,
yeah.
I will. Speaking on the closing remarks of this promo, I want to say two things. One, understand that would not have been said on a microphone if it was not vetted by Roman Reigns prior. So nobody should be worried about that.
Bully Ray.
Yeah, Bully Ray, whoever.
You should know better. Bro.
Two, yeah, you of all people, you fuck out of here. Two, I think it's just like some of you need to get like thicker skin, bro. Like worse. That is not the worst thing that CM Punk could have said to Roman Reigns.
You know what I saw
at all.
Punk, Undertaker, the Paul Bear style.
Dog. Yeah. I'm so glad you said that.
The clip, but I was like, I'm gonna surprise Chris on this show, bro. You have CM Punk with
I'm
a little.
So glad you said that.
The
urn. Nigga,
like,
you want to know what's so crazy about that? Because this one I was watching. I think this is when you was tuned out for a little bit, but this one I was watching. My nigga, Paul Bearer's body wasn't even cold, and they incorporated that shit into the program, my nigga. I think Paul Bearer died a few weeks before they did that program, or like right during when they were doing it. And Taker was doing a tribute on Raw, and they came out and ran an angle. And this nigga body wasn't even fucking cold, my nigga. I promise you that is not the worst thing that CM Punk has ever done, nor is it the worst thing that ever happened on a WWE microphone. Randy Orton looked Rey Mysterio dead in his eyes and told him, Eddie not looking down at you. He looking up like what the? There are worse things that have been said on a WWE microphone.
We saw a nigga drag a casket at a cemetery.
Fam. There is so much worse. There is so much worse that it could have been said. And there is so much worse that is going to be said. Because I love Larry. God rest his soul. It's all fair game now. That nigga done brought up Roman Reigns' daddy, bro. He told that nigga he's going to bury him next to his dad. Shit do not get no realer than that. But that is not the worst thing that has ever been said on a microphone. And again, if it wasn't vetted prior, it would not have been said.
We see a nigga get hung.
I'm telling y'all, bro. Hey, y'all can't. You niggas can't romanticize the attitude era, and then when you get attitude era things, you start clutching your pearls, nigga.
Yeah,
There's been a lot worse.
You 30 to 40-year-old virgins.
Yeah, there's been niggas hung from a Hell in a Cell. There's been
Vince pimping his daughter.
Vince pimping his daughter out. Graves being pissed on. Again, the Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio shit, telling that nigga Eddie is in hell a couple weeks after Eddie, or like a couple months after Eddie died. Regardless, like, listen, bro, you niggas better buckle up because this shit only gonna get more personal.
I forgot about the WrestleMania 40 build up. You're irrelevant, just like your dad.
Yeah, and that's what's so crazy to me. That's what's so crazy to me too. And again, niggas got to get thicker skin. And I really only think they do this because it's Roman. I don't want to make it seem like I have as much hate for Roman Reigns as I do, but I think people only do certain things because Roman Reigns. It's Roman Reigns and it's versus somebody else. Because I watched that press conference and Roman Reigns told that nigga Cody Rhodes dead to his face like, your dad is irrelevant. I didn't hear you niggas clutching your pearls then. I didn't hear you niggas crying then. Drew McIntyre burned a picture of Dusty Rhodes and Cody a couple weeks ago. You niggas weren't clutching your pearls then. Hey, like I said, this shit only gonna get more personal for the next 6 or so weeks. You niggas better buckle up.
Listen, we've hit 2 hot strides, and we got 6 weeks left. I hope you're ready.
Yeah. Hey, listen, bro. Only thing I will not tolerate, that nigga better not mention AJ Lee, bro. Should he get treacherous around this bitch, bro? Like, but hey, he probably is gonna bring up Larry. And I will say there's some family history that I've seen brought up about CM Punk previously and a few with Chris Jericho that could be brought up too. This shit is only gonna get more personal. Hey, niggas wanted a professional wrestling match. Well, some of us wanted a professional wrestling match and a professional wrestling build. Some of you niggas wanted cinema. Frankly, I think you're getting both. But if you got a weak stomach and this shit this past week fucked you up,
brother, we got bad news for you.
Yeah, you might just want to skip to WrestleMania Sunday. Cause I promise you, this shit is not stopping, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Dog, I'm really glad you mentioned that, cause like I want niggas to know Paul Bearer's body wasn't even cold when they did that shit, bro.
What they had? What's that thing? What they had with Undertaker and Kane, and like I think the music hit or something like that. Here comes CM. Like, bro,
man.
Oh man, like,
you niggas better buckle up.
Listen, like I said,
this shit is only gonna get more.
If WrestleMania season is gonna be built on hate, y'all better tune in for the ride, man. Cause listen, like we said earlier, if they pull the trigger on Randy versus Cody, shit might get scary for real. like,
listen, bro.
If they let Randy go like bald head Randy, y'all, like he said, we'll just see y'all WrestleMania night 1.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Don't just
listen. I didn't grow up in the Attitude Era, but I grew up in the Ruthless Aggression era when they was still like pushing boundaries for a little bit before they completely went PG. You niggas better buckle the fuck up, boy. We in for a long ride before April 18th and 19th. Now, that's all I got for today. I've went on several rants. We've discussed the Elimination Chamber. We've discussed Monday Night Raw and the build.
Damn. Finley ain't AEW.
Oh, yeah, David Finley to AEW.
God damn it. The storyline was right there with Dempsey, man. God dang.
Niggas tweeted saying that Danhausen debut was the last straw. And then niggas just went ahead and said, fuck it, it went to Oh, salute. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. But yeah, man. This has been episode 31 of the Off the Top Rope podcast. If you did not know, for the time being, we are a bi-weekly podcast. Sometimes plans change. We could be back here next week, but if not, week after, look out for us. On the returning episode, by then we should know the status of the WWE Championship picture for WrestleMania. I believe Roman Reigns will have made another appearance on Monday Night Raw, and we can talk about what what potentially transpires between him and CM Punk in the aftermath of CM Punk telling that nigga he is going to bury him next to his dad. What else? We'll probably have some more headway on the women's or the WWE Women's Championship build. We kind of have what the Women's World Championship. Oh, I don't know who wrote that script for Liv Morgan on Monday, bro. Wrestling in mud hut, growing up in flea-infested mud huts is kind of a crazy thing to say. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I kind of marinated on it for a minute and was like, damn, like, is she just being a heel? And like, yeah, she is, but like, I don't know who wrote that shit.
Hey, they say that's real Italian.
But y'all got, yeah, they said that real Italian came out of her
behavior, man. You know.
But yeah, man,
Hey, listen, man.
Calm down. We understand the story you're trying to tell. Like, you know,
the season of hate. Like,
somebody got it out the mud. No pun intended. Somebody got it out the mud. Somebody was more privileged to have better opportunities. And yeah, like, it's cool. But like, damn, bro, like flea infested mud huts. That's a crazy thing to say, bro. That's a crazy thing to say. But yeah, we're on the road to WrestleMania. We
tap
will
into
have
the socials. You know what I'm saying?
tap into the socials. We will continue to cover some things. Hopefully, get some clips out this week. Yeah, man. But great episode. It's been episode 31 of the Off the Top Rope Podcast. Follow, like, subscribe, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. All of those are Top Rope Podcast. Thank you. As always, Chris.
Barry.
We're out.
Peace.